Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of the most enjoyable flights I had for a long time.
It was good fun, and it's really beautiful when once or twice we tried not to join gaggles, but once or twice we went into a gaggle and you'd follow a glider into the gaggle and you'll see him pull up, and then you pull up behind and there'd be about six gliders all circling. It was you needed eyes everywhere, but it was great fun.
Yeah.
Well, it was a lot better than yesterday. We had a really bad day yesterday, but today we opted to start a bit later, waited for the cloud base to go up, and I think that was a good decision. Well, I don't think we were particularly quick around the task today, but we got back as it was starting to go blue, so that was probably good enough. We nailed some really good climbs, some of them were really scrappy, but definitely a better day than yesterday.
And the flight was fun. Bit slow, made a few mistakes on the penultimate leg, but otherwise no problems.
Slow. We had a bit of a grovel. We had a very good start, thinking we'd really got off to a cracker, and then had a bit of a grovel but found a good one to get back up into cloud base again, and then kind of struggled to get good climbs. We were getting lots and lots of surges and rough thermals but no real good cores, but eventually we got down to the first turn, around that into wind, again banged our way down to the second turn, but relatively slowly, taking bad cores. And then it seemed to get better as we came back, and towards the end we were getting nice lift to 5,000 feet nearly, so that got us home, but a bit of a struggle at the start.
The race today was another slow one. I think everybody had a little bit of trouble. It wasn't a standard day. Well, for UK conditions maybe it's a standard day. Basically it was potter through. I probably came middling to a little better than that, but not as good as I'd liked, but then I'm not going to beat the odd world champions that are in the comp. I've been doing it for too long and I've been up and I'm coming down now.
I think better than yesterday, yeah, but still tricky at times, especially as we got further south in the blue. That made it hard work, I have to say. But I had some good friends around me with Ian Evans and Pete Harvey, and we managed to stay together for most of the flight. And I just beat them home, just luckily caught a climb that they didn't get, and just got home a minute or so in front, which is great.
Oh, today it was a great day out. Very good round here locally, and the initial run out to Towster and part way down the next leg was very good under clouds, but then it started to blue out and we all lost touch, really got out of phase with where the lift was, running past Oxford. And I think most people, speaking to the other pilots, but certainly myself, we were a little bit low at Oxford, couldn't get good climbs up out of Oxford, but I kept topping up a little bit, pushing on, and eventually near Abingdon got a really good climb in the blue, which gave me the confidence that it was working well in the blue. So I started being a bit more selective about the climbs, accepting anything that was giving a settled average of more than 3 knots, but there were some that were a little bit stronger. Went round Hungerford reasonably high actually. I intended to turn it low but got a good climb just before the turning point. And then it was a long glide back in the blue, long glides between the climbs again, and taking climbs of 3 knots or so. And then once we got to Northampton area, things picked up a bit and it got rather better. And it was good just to catch everybody at Northampton and come home with them.
It was difficult. I ended up using my engine about halfway round. So the good news was that all worked and it got me home.